Hello, alright. We are online. Whenever the players are ready, we'll be getting going. Alrighty, here we go. Gonna be casting a Zerg versus Protoss here in the semifinals of the BSG on the Z33K tournament server. I just recently found out about this site, and I'm thrilled to find out the number of tournaments for lower level players. Normally I think tournaments is something that a lot of lower level players want to skip out on. They think they're not good enough, but this invites everyone to play a competitive game, no matter what skill level, and see what they got. Alright, going to be starting out. Both players getting going pretty normally. The map is Ohana LE. Tell you a little about myself. My name is AP Marauder, and I'm glad you're tuning into the stream where I'll be trying to cast some of these tournaments whenever I can, whenever I get the time, because I love StarCraft 2. I'm sure you are if you're tuning in. I got my gaming mouse in one hand and my Dr. Pepper in the other. There's not too much of a better time if you ask me. We're going to be seeing the first pylon going down for Protoss. I would not be surprised to see a Forge Faster command here, since they're small and easy to wall off. Zerg going to send a scouting drone early here. Getting that first Overlord down. I should say up. So, chrono boosting out some probes is the Protoss, queuing up quite a number of them. I guess he wants to get out his probe count. Drone count is 13, probes is 11. Zerg looking like he could be going... Will it be a pool or a hatch first? That will be interesting to see. It does have that Overlord flying out across the map, and there we see the Forge coming down for Protoss. He's going to be chasing that pesky drone out of the natural. The drone, I think, just trying to see whether we see cannons, gateways, or a Nexus come down first. And he takes the hatch to block. So annoying, and did he build the Evo over the creep? He did. Very impressive by the Zerg. Very annoying. Gonna offset this Protoss's build, get him a little bit off his rocker here beginning the game, and he takes his hatch no problem, and the pool was done first. So we could see some early pressure here, but it looks like Protoss is going to get this wall down and no problems. However, that Evo chamber, it does die, but it's going to be quite a while before Toss can do anything about it. Well, his cannon will be able to kill it, I guess, fairly quickly. But the Forge Fast Expand has been officially denied. Very impressive by... Up here we saw a attempted a pylon, maybe a cannon rush on this natural, but that's going to be denied, as the Zerg doing a great job scouting that. You know that if Zerg does not scout back here with the vision, the Protoss is going to just take great advantage of that, make a nice little wall here. There's going to be nothing the Zerg can do. But Zerg, I think, already done a great amount of annoying harassment. You can't really call it too big of harassment, I think, but definitely getting the better end of the beginning of the game here. He's going to get his hatch up on a pretty good time. Does get the extractor done, puts all 3 drones in there right away. Parking these Zerglings right outside the front just to wait and see when any units might come for Protoss. But this Nexus is going to be so late right now. The worker count should, I think, remain okay. Income going to be a little bit higher. Obviously, we do see a few more probes out than drones. But Zerg, I think, going to catch up quickly in the long run as this game goes on. Obviously, Zerg going to be able to get a lot more fighting units sooner. The Cyber Core beginning the gateway research. The Forge getting a very quick +1. I like that choice, as the +1 really promotes those Zealots killing the Zerglings off. And I don't think that any amount of Zerglings, as soon as a Zealot gets in here with +1, will be able to do anything. But obviously there is this back door over here. I think a lot of Protoss is on Ohana. You know, the Forge Fast Expand will work, but eventually you've got to be able to get up units or more cannons back here. Maybe, I think a cannon somewhere in here would be quite nice to see. And we are going to see the Nexus finish up. Will we see probe production begin to try to catch up to where he could have been? Oh my gosh, we just see a Baneling bust. This could, I think, do quite a big amount of damage. I love the choice, knowing that the Zerg was ahead. He gets Baneling. This probe not going to be able to do very much. Baneling kind of, they do kill the pylon off, and this Baneling, he could, he crashes into the Nexus. I think that's a lot of a disappointment. I really wanted to see those units run up in here, try to get a few more workers, because obviously they're just unpowering all these buildings. It's definitely an Artosis pylon right here, or an in-control pylon. Artosis happens to be tuning in. I don't want him to think I'm not a fan. It looks like this pylon is going to get down in the cannon and will pop back up and into action, finishing off these lings. So the Zerg not going to get a free win. He's going to be building a lot of Zerglings. 6 more Banelings morphing down here. They're going to be able to just kill off this pylon so soon. I think we need to see more cannons, and this Zealot needs to definitely, I think, maybe come down and try to absorb about, Zealot can absorb about 4 Banelings before it dies. So I think if it gets down here, that way none of the splash gets on these pylons. These pylons so vital here, but I think now that there's 2, we're not going to see any problems. I'd like to see a force field. There's a nice force field. That's Cannon going to do a great amount of work. Cannon with 11 kills. Everything on those pylons. Cannon last. They cannot see 3 Zerglings survive yet in, and they're going to go up here and have free reign all over the Protoss main. Choosing to snipe the Sentry, though, I think the best choice. The Sentry, the most valuable unit. Protoss able to get a warp into Stalkers on the high ground. Just not able to keep these buildings powered no matter what he does. Zerg's, I think, just going to be streaming on more lings. We see 10 lings in production. As soon as the metabolic boost gets done, there needs to be sentries, and these buildings need to be powered, and this cannon needs to be down, or Protoss is going to be in a lot of trouble. The one pro we see is that Protoss' income is a little bit higher, and he can hold on. I think adding on more gateways eventually, he'll be able to get out enough defense, but the Forge not powered, although he did get the +1 done. So I think he's not really worried about that at the moment. I think they're going to be denied now unless he tries to go for this back door or something. In the units lost tab, we do see Zerg spending more money, but I think setting the Protoss so far behind in production, especially this Nexus was even late. We see that they're catching back up in drones big time now, spewing out a huge round of them right there. Really only killing a couple workers, and the Zerg sacrificing a lot of units. I think Protoss doing just fine now. A little bit of trouble there when everything was down and the Zerglings were able to get in, but nice recovery by Zerg Alexen. bit of oversaturation. Third, I think, a little bit late for Zerg. He could have probably focused on getting that up a little bit sooner. Now going for roaches and an Evo chamber. I think we really need to see a lair coming on soon, as this Protoss counterattack could do some damage. There are spine crawlers coming down, but they're not going to get down at Protoss cores now. Here he goes. The Stalker's going to get in there and do a ton of damage. Nice force field there denying those lanes, but the Stalkers the Zealots are stuck behind the Stalkers. It's going to be a little bit out of position. I think you want to make sure your Zealots in the front when going up the ramp over the +1 going to dice all of these Zerglings. These spine crawlers not going to quite get finished, or will they? It looks like they're not being targeted now. The drones being pulled and more Zerglings being popped should save the Zerg. I think the spine crawler are going to begin to go to work. Now 2 of them are going to begin to go to work. Can there be enough from the Zerg? The wings pop out, they have no ball boost. And they're, oh no, they're rallied away right into the Zealots. And the Zerg going to go ahead and GG. The Protoss push just enough. Great recovery by the Protoss from that early harassing. We do see the Protoss bringing the series back to 1-1. I cannot wait to see the final match between these 2 players. It was definitely a good one. We'll see how soon the players are ready to go at it again. I think Zerg in that last game did a lot of good things early, harassing the Protoss and kind of setting him back in time, but Protoss just stayed calm, focused on his probe production, and then once the Baneling bust failed, I think Zerg really need to work on transitioning into getting up his third and getting up to lair tech. I think a lot of times you see after a Baneling, you see a definite transition, but he really wasn't able to get anything else up other than lanes. And that Protoss counterattack just kind of caught him at an awkward moment. So Zerg Alexin switching to Terran by accident. I think that always happens. Or at least in customs. Gotta be careful. Alright, we're getting into the game. I'm excited. I hope you guys are. ZVP, I think, is a pretty fun matchup to watch. It's not my favorite, but it's because I do play Protoss. I think it's quite hard right now as Protoss to play to have a good win percentage against Zergs. This one going to be on Cloud Kingdom, one of my favorite new maps. I think it looks really cool. Alright, gonna be getting into it, and we don't see a split there. I don't really think that's gonna have much of an impact on mining, but it's usually more fun, I think, to see a 3-3 split, or if you watch Indra's channel, you see the 6-5-4-2-1 split. It's so amazing. Well, we'll see what the players go for. I'm pretty sure the Zerg, after doing the Baneling bust last time, denying the Forge Fast Expand in that same manner, will probably not try it again, as he did not succeed. I mean, it succeeded in the short